I came here September 28th, 2025. The months leading up to that, I was in and out of jail, actually 4 times in 3 months over battery charges. I was a very angry person. I couldn't keep my cool, and addiction just made it 10 times worse. I took all my anger out on everyone else because I was so mad at myself for how I was living. I had all this anger built up at family members, really my father in the beginning. Then it quickly led to fentanyl. Fentanyl hit the streets. And I completely checked out. I started ignoring my family, ignoring my life. I ran off, didn't have a phone for 3 months. I was homeless. I just kept making all the wrong choices. I thought like there was no hope to get me out of that situation. Until I came here, I never opened my Bible and read anything out of it to understand what he did for me and why I was making this big leap of faith. And in that, I figured out what faith was, trusting in something that you can't touch, you can't see, but you can feel it. And when I came here, I opened my Bible, and the first thing I opened to was a scripture my grandmother used to sing in church: "Consider the lilies. They don't toil or snare." And it was like I was a flower being born again. I came here and I found myself, and I found who I can be and the person that I could be for my kids. You walk in here and it's just the joy. You see the light in these women. When you walk in that door, you're like, who are these people smiling at me? Why are they so happy? I didn't know what that was. We're scared to leave our children. But at the same time, were we really there when we were at home? Us with our children, we need restoration with our children. And the only way you're gonna find that is by giving yourself to God. Giving it to somebody that's not in your own understanding. Because my own understanding led me to lose my kids. I wasn't really there. I wasn't really in their lives. But since I walked in these doors, I've seen my whole family restored. I've seen my children. I have hope that I'll get my second son back. I've got custody of my first one back. So if you make those steps, things will change. I think me being here and my child seeing me raise my hands and worship God and teaching him a whole different way than the anger and the yelling that I did all the time. He can tell you himself, I wasn't a mean mom. I yelled a lot. I was coming down or chasing something else. They didn't understand that. My son looked at me and told me, "Mama, wasn't nothing wrong with you." He didn't know. My thoughts were my own prison. I could put on a brave face for my children, but inside I was dying. I did not know what to do, where to turn, or how to put food on the table for the next day. I actually have the patience now to deal with things that I could not deal with before. I prayed for patience. I prayed for him to heal my broken heart, my hard heart. I had a very hard heart. I didn't have emotions. I never cried before I walked in these doors. I was taught to suck it up and move on, or this is just the world, but it's not. It's not just the world. There is hope and restoration in my family. I mean, my mother didn't speak for 6 months before I came here. That's my best friend. That was the hardest 6 months of my life, not speaking to my mother, but she was done. She was at her wit's end. I had torn my whole family apart, just completely ruined it. And since being here, my mother was the first person in that gate when she could see me with the biggest smile on her face, with open arms, that she had her daughter again. I didn't know what my next step was. And if you don't have steps to take, or you don't have someone to lead you here, let me be your encouragement. When you walk in these doors, you just gotta have a willing heart. You've gotta be done with what you were doing. Because if you're done with what you're doing, then you're willing to put your whole heart into this and actually get something out of it. And since being here, I've already gained so much, and I'm so ready to gain so much more.